Good evening, everyone. Hi, Amarjeet. Hi, Pranav. Hope all of you are doing good. Hi, Pranav. Hope all of you are. So today we are going to talk about listening module. I have taken a specific question today, and that is from one of the Cambridge books, and hopefully this will be really helpful for you. So my name is Rabjot Kaur. Welcome back to LeapScholar, everyone. A bit about myself. I've already trained thousands of students. I have overall 10 years and more than 10 years of experience now. And since I dealt with number of students till now, I have experience of how many types of questions are there which are challenging for students. Even I have experienced myself attempting it, so I know how difficult the questions are, not only for listening, reading, writing, but for speaking as well. So today I'm covering one of the difficult questions here in today's YouTube live. Hi, Pranav. So let's see what that question is, and I hope you will also agree. Before I start with today's video, I want you to download this application, that is IELTS Prep by LeapScholar. This is one-stop solution for everyone who has started preparing for IELTS. So there are a number of students who are member of this channel and member of this particular application. You not only get daily practice tests here, but on day-to-day basis, you can easily cope up with the grammatical errors that you do, apart from the practice of IELTS modules. So a lot of practice material you'll find here for grammar. And I'm sure you know that students do a lot of mistakes in grammar as well, especially with subject verb agreement, tenses, vocabulary, so on and so forth. So this is one stop solution for each one of you. That's why I advise you to download this app. It has free practice exercises for all 4 modules: reading, listening, writing, and speaking. And you can join free live classes. We call them master class. You can join them for free. So IELTS Prep by LeapScholar, that's easily available in your Play Store. Please join this one, and please download this app as early as possible. So a quick question from all of you. How many of you face difficulty in listening? And please specify the type of question you face difficulty in. Welcome to everyone. What is a specific type of question in listening that you face difficulty in? Multiple choice questions, map labeling, could be the form completion, filling the blanks. Yeah, so as per my experience as well, many students face difficulty in multiple choice questions, map labeling, filling the blanks, and so on and so forth. But I believe with the help of practice, you can achieve 8 and 9 bands easily in listening and reading. Of course, few tricks and tips are required, but concentration is the key. So I'll share few of the tips with you that will really help you in attaining good scores in a listening module. So this is a band scores. You all should have this as handy, wherein you can easily calculate the scores and you can calculate the band scores you uh, stand in. Yeah. So as I can see in the chat box, maximum of you said MCQs. I've already covered MCQs. Hope you have already watched that video and that would have clarified your doubts related to multiple choice questions. And those who are saying map labeling, today I'll be covering map labeling. So please participate, each one of you. And if you have any questions, please put it in the chat box. And yeah, yes, table completion as well. Okay. Whatever questions you have put it in the chat box here, you can easily understand these questions by the concentration. I want you to click the picture of this listening scores and the band scores. You should have this in your phone as handy so that whenever you score yourself, you should know which band you stand. Today, we are going to talk about map labeling. The map looks like this. If you're opting for a paper-based test, you'll get a map like this. And the questions, if you see question number 17 to 20, it will be shown like this. So you are going to write with the help of the pencil. For computer-based test, you are going to type in on the computer or you're going to select and how the question looks like. The question looks like this in the tabular form. So could be in box office, theater manager's office, lighting box or director's office. You have to find these options from the map where it is located and everything is in serial order. You're not supposed to mention the name of anything, but you have to look at the instructions, what instructions say. So instruction is asking you to write in A to G form. So if you observe the map, A, B, C, D, E, F, G is written. So it will go in sequence from the questions. If you say first the answer to 17 will be provided to you, then 18, then 19 and 20. And so on and so forth. So we are going to do this particular map today. But before we start with the map, I have a few tips for you. Concentration is the key. Irrespective of the question, trust me, concentration is required in listening. We need to understand the accent. We have to understand that first. Questions will come in sequence. You have to read the information properly. You will be given 30 seconds and use those 30 seconds wisely. Read the question, underline the keywords. You can easily underline, you can highlight the key points in computer-based test. However, for paper-based test also you can do it, but you have to do it with the pencil. On computer-based, you have the highlighters with blue, green, or red color. You can easily highlight the key points on the computer. So whenever you get 30 seconds, please spend some time to read the question, underline it, not only the initial part of the questions, but rest of the questions as well. Look at the compass as you will be listening for the directions. So especially when you're doing the map question, a map labeling question, you have to listen to the compass. For example, north, south, east, west is given. At that point of time, the speaker will be talking about the directions. Apart from this, they are going to use right, left, straight, then turn right. These kind of directions can also be directed by the speaker. So make sure you concentrate on what the speaker is talking about. All questions are independent. If you lose the answer to any one of the questions, then you can jump onto the other. So do not worry about that if you have missed it. So do not panic. You can jump onto the next question and you can quickly find the answer. It's for just for one answer. Do not lose answers to the other questions. Okay. So it's really important for you to concentrate as a whole in listening test. Before I jump on to the listening questions, I want you to do pre-listening practice. Please concentrate and listen to the prepositions. Okay. Prepositions are on the table, below the table, or behind it, besides it. So you need to concentrate on the prepositions apart from the directions as well. So let's have a look. I want you to put in the chat box what letter is immediately to the right of the double doors. You'll quickly see where the double doors are located. You'll locate it. And then what letter is immediately to the right of the double doors? What do you think? Which letter is it? Please write in the chat box. F, yes. That's okay, Prince. I believe practice is required. Please participate. And what do you think, Prince? What is the answer to the number one question? F, yes. This is just a small example. You're not going to get questions in IELTS like this, that what letter is immediately to the right of the double door. This is just for the practice. So to is a preposition. To the right, right is a direction here. You have to stick to the directions and to the prepositions. Okay, next question. If you enter from the south gate, where is the south gate? Here is the south gate. Towards the foyer, which letter is to the left? So here is the south gate. Which letter is towards the left? Great. So you need to know where are you located at the moment. So those 30 seconds, you have to use them wisely. So here is the south gate. When you enter, if you enter from the south gate towards the foyer, which letter is to the left? H is the letter. Okay. Just imagine that you're standing at this gate, and when you enter, which is your right and which is your left? Many students get confused when the speaker tells you to move right or left. So many students get confused on what basis they should imagine. You should imagine yourself at the gate. You should imagine that you're on the double doors and now you're turning right. So which right hand will be yours? Next, when you walk straight from the water cooler, here is the water cooler, towards north, this letter is in the right turn. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much for participating. Double door F. Okay, yeah, Sukhveer. I shall explain it again. If you're talking about double doors, the first question, which letter is immediately to the right of the double doors? Where is it located? Double doors are located here. So where are double doors, Sukhveer? You need to see. These labeling will already be there. On the basis of it, they're going to ask you questions, okay? So F, is in the right of the double doors, okay? Great. So A is the answer to this one. Now you're talking about E is not the answer, Disha. Please look at the question and understand it carefully. The question is when you walk straight from the water cooler towards north. Now, of course, this could be a confusing for you because here is the water cooler. You're standing here. When you walk straight, so you could get confused that do you have to walk straight from here or from here, right? So towards north, it's mentioned here, towards north. This is not your north. This is north, moving upwards. This letter is in the right, turn. So this is the turn and this is the letter. This is in the written format, but you're going to get to hear this lecture. Okay, so FHA would be the answer. Let's jump on to the real questions. This is a map for ground floor plan of theater. I want you to observe this image, observe this map fully, because in the earlier image, in the earlier map, there was South Gate mentioned and H room was also there. Here, these both things are disappeared. Please look at the questions, please observe the map, and then you're going to do question number 17. Only question number 17, I'm going to show the transcripts, and then rest of the questions you are going to do. Hi, Anju, how are you? Please participate. It's really important for each one of you to participate and learn from today's session. Okay.
Section 2.
Can you hear?
You will hear a woman who works in a theatre talking to two new staff members on their first day.
Can you listen to the audio? I just want to make sure you can listen it. Great. Thank you, Wilson, Shilpi. Okay, I'll play this again. Hope you have read the graph properly. And now you know where is the entrance.
Work. Section 2. You will hear a woman who works in a theatre talking to two new staff members on their first day of work. First, you have some time to look at questions 11 to 16. We've also turned the ability of private function shops that anyone hobby, and she offers. We happen to have some hobby. Time to look at questions 17 to 20.
Please look at the questions 17 to 20. Make sure you know when the speaker is talking about box office, manager's office, light box, director's office. And you have to concentrate on A.
Now listen and answer questions 17 to 20. Now, a word about the layout of the building. The auditorium, stage, and dressing rooms for the actors are all below ground level. Here on the ground floor, we have most of the rooms that the public doesn't see. The majority are internal, so they have windows in the roof to light them. Standing here in the foyer, you're probably wondering why the box office isn't here, where the public would expect to find it. Well, you might have noticed it on your way in. Although it's part of this building, it's next door, with a separate entrance from the road. For the theatre manager's office, you go across the foyer and through the double doors. Turn.
Okay, answer to question number 17 first, and then I'll play the rest. Only question number 17. Where is box office located? Okay, great. Well, I have a short transcript for you, what lady said about this particular box office area, where it is located. Standing here in the foyer, you'll be probably wondering why the box office isn't here. So that's something extra she talked about to introduce the theater where the public would expect to find it. Well, you might have noticed it on your way in, although it's part of this building. It's next door with a separate entrance from the road. So where is a separate entrance? Now, firstly, she introduced about the entrance and the foyer, but then she talked about a separate entrance. This is a separate entrance she's talking about. It's next door with a separate entrance from the road. So when you enter this, this is the box office. Hope you have understood this one. Let's move further. Now I want you to keep in mind what next questions we are going to find. We are done with the box office. How about the theater's manager's office, lighting box, and director's office? Thank you, Bhagyashri, Jenny, Sandesh. Yeah, all of your answers are correct. What happened, Harpreet Singh? You said F. She's talking about a separate entrance. How you so now you might be able to get the answer. Rohan, hope now you're able to get it. Yes, it has a separate entrance. Okay. G is the answer. Yes, Gunjan. Thank you. So let's begin.
Now listen and answer questions 17 to 20. Now, a word about the layout of the building. The auditorium, stage, and dressing rooms for the actors are all below ground level. Here on the ground floor, we have most of the rooms that the public doesn't see. The majority are internal, so they have windows in the roof to light them. Standing here in the foyer, you're probably wondering why the box office isn't here, where the public would expect to find it. Well, you might have noticed it on your way in. Although it's part of this building, it's next door, with a separate entrance from the road. For the theatre manager's office, you go across the foyer and through the double doors. Turn right, and it's the room at the end of the corridor, with the door on the left. The lighting box is where the computerized stage lighting is operated, and it's at the back of the building. When you're through the double doors, turn left, turn right at the water cooler, and right again at the end. It's the second room along that corridor. The lighting box has a window into the auditorium, which of course is below us. The artistic director's office is through the double doors, turn right, and it's the first room you come to on the right-hand side. And finally, for the moment, the room where I'll take you next, the relaxation room. So, if you'd like to come with me.
Okay, that's it. Oh. influx of messages are there. Thank you so much, everyone, for participation. Great, Harpreet, you understood? Great. Yes, Joseph, Joe. It's really important to concentrate. That was the first step. And even during these classroom sessions, I always concentrate. I always advise on concentration. I always put emphasis on concentration. And that's really important. Okay, let's look at the answers. Hopefully, yeah, still getting the answers. Great, let's see. What are the answers to this? So for box office, it's G. Theaters manager, it's D. If you heard her correct, she mentioned that you move right and you go straight. The room is in the left-hand side. So you need to imagine that you went in there and you turned right, then which is your left and right, and accordingly you will get the right direction. Okay, so question number 19 would be B. Lightning box would be B, right? She mentioned about the water cooler, if you heard. Yes, and then you move straight and then take right. The second room is the lighting box. Artistic director's office, she mentioned F. From the double doors, if you see, the right hand side room. Great. Great. So let's move on to a new question of map. This is another question of map. I want you to do this full-fledged 17 to 20 in one go. Please look at the map carefully. What it is talking about, it is talking about the basement of museum, right? Okay, question number 20 with recording. Okay, sure.
It's next door, with a separate entrance from the road. For the theatre manager's office, you go. The lighting box has a window into the auditorium, which of course is below us. The artistic director's office is through the double doors, turn right, and it's the first room you come to on the right-hand side.
So that exactly what it is. It is F, it's simple. You turn right and you go straight and it's exactly the right-hand side. Okay, Wilson? Great, hope you understood and you will do all correct in the next question of map labeling. So this map is asking you to locate where the restaurant is, where the cafe is, where baby changing facilities is located, and the cloak room. Great, Wilson. Great that you understood. Happy to see those comments. Thank you so much, everyone, for the participation. I want you all to participate in this map as well. Please read the map carefully, giving you time where the sitting area is, where are the toilets, stairs. Please see where A, B, C, D is given. All these letters are located. Accordingly, you're going to write. And just look at these doors as well, okay? Doors are opened here. There are 3 chairs or maybe sofas or sitting area. It's already written and the stairs are mentioned. Please look at it. Please look at the questions carefully.
Section 2. You will hear a guide at an art museum talking to a group of visitors. First, You have some time to look at questions 11 to 16.
At Century.
T. Before you hear the rest of the talk, you have some time to look at questions 17 to 20. Now listen and answer questions 17 to 20.
Okay, that was something about the collections, and now here's some more practical information in case you need it. Most of the museum facilities are downstairs in the basement, so you go down the stairs here. When you reach the bottom of the stairs, you'll find yourself in a sitting area with comfortable chairs and sofas where you can have a rest before continuing your exploration of the museum. We have a very good restaurant which serves excellent food all day in a relaxing atmosphere. To reach it, when you get to the bottom of the stairs, go straight ahead to the far side of the sitting area, then turn right into the corridor. You'll see the door of the restaurant facing you. If you just want a snack, or if you'd like to eat somewhere with facilities for children, we also have a cafe. When you reach the bottom of the stairs, you'll need to go straight ahead, turn right into the corridor, and the cafe is immediately on the right. And talking about children, there are baby changing facilities downstairs. Cross the sitting area, continue straight ahead along the corridor on the left, and you and your baby will find the facilities on the left-hand side. The cloakroom, where you should leave coats, umbrellas, and any large bags, is on the left-hand side of the sitting area. It's through the last door before you come to the corridor. There are toilets on every floor, but in the basement, they're the first rooms on the left when you get down there. Okay, now if you've got anything to leave in the cloakroom, please do that now, and then we'll start our tour.
Okay, that's it. Hope you listened it carefully, and please write your answers properly. I cannot see where which answer is to question number 17 and which answer you wrote for question number 18, 19, and so on. I could only see C, F, A, H, B, H, F. Okay, well, you can keep these answers. Maybe you know what you have written. Let me show you the answers. The answers should be F, H, C, and B. How many of you got correct? Because I couldn't understand how you've written. Great, Vipper. Only last answer is incorrect, rest are correct. Great. Okay. Sai Prasad and Abhi's God. You written E, the answer to question number 17. If you remember, he said straight, the last door or something he said. So F would be the answer to this one. Again, concentration is required. It's not that you're not able to understand what he's saying, but concentration. Okay, great. So now after you have attempted this particular question, most of you would know that this is an important type of question, right? So we all need practice in this then, okay? Yes, I'll play this again for each one of you. Please look at it. Look at the questions, look at the key points, and listen it again, okay? Great, Rohan. If you got 3 correct, 1 incorrect, that's great. Okay. All right. Playing that for you.
Now listen and answer questions 17 to 20.
Okay, that was something about the collections, and now here's some more practical information in case you need it. Most of the museum facilities are downstairs in the basement, so you go down the stairs here. When you reach the bottom of the stairs, you'll find yourself in a sitting area with comfortable chairs and sofas where you can have a rest before continuing your exploration of the museum. We have a very good restaurant which serves excellent food all day in a relaxing atmosphere. To reach it, when you get to the bottom of the stairs, go straight ahead to the far side of the sitting area, then turn right into the corridor. You'll see the door of the restaurant facing you. If you just want a snack or if you'd like to eat somewhere with facilities for children, we also have a cafe. When you reach the bottom of the stairs, you'll need to go straight ahead, turn right into the corridor, and the cafe is immediately on the right. And talking about children, there are baby changing facilities downstairs. Cross the sitting area, continue straight ahead along the corridor on the left, and you and your baby will find the facilities on the left-hand side. The cloakroom, where you should leave coats, umbrellas, and any large bags, is on the left-hand side of the sitting area. It's through the last door before you come to the corridor. There are toilets on every floor, but in the basement, they're the first rooms on the left when you get down there. Okay, now,
Yeah, question number 20, he mentioned about the area particularly.
you reach the bottom along the corridor on the left, and you and your baby will find the facilities on the left-hand side. The cloakroom, where you should leave coats, umbrellas, and any large bags, is on the left-hand side of the sitting area. It's through the last door before you come to the corridor. There are toilets on every floor, but in the...
Great, you understood. Okay, so what you can do initially, if you're facing difficulty in map labeling, or be it multiple choice questions or any other question, I advise you, by any chance if you miss, I advise you to do it on your own first, see how many are wrong. Maybe you haven't scored anything, all are wrong by any chance. That's the worst case scenario. That's all right. What you are going to do, you're going to do it again, listen it again. If you're not able to understand the accent, then what you're going to do, you're going to look at the transcripts, see what kind of pronunciation they're using. Is there any difference between H and 8? Yes, students get confused between many of these sounds, whether it's letter or a number. This is tried and tested, and I have done this with my students. So would advise the same for you as well. Please practice. Yes, concentration is required. That is all right. You can spend maybe 10, 15 or half an hour, maybe 1 hour for say on a single type of question, but at least at the end of the day, you'll be able to understand. But you just need to try what level of English skill you have. Are you not able to understand the accent? That's the level. Then you have to get to see the transcripts and see which is going wrong for you. Is it the pronunciation, or you're not able to accent some, or you're not able to understand the accent? The other way of doing this, that maybe some of the students know the accent, they understand, but somewhere they lose concentration. They might forget where G is located and where the doors are there. You need to work on that in this case. All right. So concentration is for every kind of student that is required. You can look at the transcripts. You can read. You can repeat the audios, since the audios are in your hands when you're practicing. You can access to the Cambridge study material. We give them for free. we give them under the study material, and that's complimentary. We provide them to the students. So if you want more such kind of questions to be practiced, please join in. Please join LeapScholar, and we do number of practice questions, not only to the map labeling, to the multiple choice questions and several different categories. So that is all for today. Do not forget to download this application from the Play Store. It's free. We are not charging anything for this one. Thousands and thousands of students are already member of this, and they are enjoying the privilege, and they are enjoying all the study materials. They love doing it. I have taken feedback from my students from the sessions. They love doing practice sessions from this. Practice materials are there. They love doing it. They love practicing from this application. So it does not have only the IELTS related thing, but has the grammar practice questions as well. Okay, so all the 4 modules are there, and you can also attend free live sessions from LeapScholar, and that happens every now and then. Please join in, and hope you liked today's session. Please practice for listening, map labeling questions, and please write in the chat box what more videos you want for me to make. We'll happy to do it. Thank you so much, and do not forget to download the application. Thank you so much, everyone, and thank you for listening. You have a great day ahead and weekend ahead. And please be careful. Please stay safe and stay happy and be positive. Thank you.